The spread of Greek culture in Alexander's empire. The spread of Greek culture throughout Alexander the Great's empire represents one of the most significant cultural transformations in ancient history. Following his conquests, Alexander's efforts to promote Hellenism, an amalgamation of Greek ideas, customs, and language, marked the beginning of the Hellenistic Age, a period characterized by the flourishing of culture, science, and philosophy across a vast territory stretching from the Mediterranean to the fringes of India. This exploration delves into the mechanisms of cultural diffusion, the impact on local societies, and the enduring legacy of Greek culture in the territories once ruled by Alexander. The mechanisms of cultural diffusion. Foundation of cities. One of Alexander's primary methods for spreading Greek culture was the establishment of new cities, many of which were named Alexandria. These cities became centers of administration, trade, and culture. Notable examples include Alexandria in Egypt, which became a beacon of Hellenistic civilization, and cities in Asia Minor, Persia, and along the coasts of the Mediterranean. Urban planning and architecture. The cities were designed with Greek architectural styles, featuring agoras, public squares, temples, theaters, and gymnasiums. This urban planning not only provided a familiar environment for Greek settlers, but also facilitated the integration of local populations into the Hellenistic culture. Cultural exchange through trade. The establishment of trade routes connecting the East and West played a crucial role in the dissemination of Greek culture. As commerce flourished, so did the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultural practices. Greek merchants, craftsmen, and intellectuals settled in various regions, contributing to a vibrant cultural exchange that enriched local traditions with Greek influences. Spread of the Greek language. Alexander's campaigns popularized the Greek language as a lingua franca across his empire. Greek became the language of administration, commerce, and education, facilitating communication among diverse populations. This linguistic unity promoted the spread of Greek literature, philosophy, and scientific knowledge, influencing local cultures. Integration of local cultures. Alexander's approach to governance emphasized respect for local customs and traditions. While promoting Hellenistic culture, he also encouraged the integration of local elements, resulting in a syncretic culture that blended Greek and indigenous practices. This cultural fusion allowed for the coexistence of diverse traditions, enriching the overall cultural landscape of the empire. Impact on local societies. Cultural syncretism. The interaction between Greek culture and local traditions led to the emergence of new cultural identities. In regions like Egypt, the blending of Greek and Egyptian elements resulted in a unique Hellenistic culture that influenced art, religion, and philosophy. The syncretism seen in religious practices, such as the worship of Greek gods alongside local deities, exemplified this cultural fusion. Advancements in science and philosophy. The Hellenistic period was marked by significant advancements in various fields, including science, mathematics, and philosophy. Scholars such as Euclid, Archimedes, and Hipparchus thrived in the intellectual climate fostered by Alexander's campaigns. The blending of Greek and local knowledge facilitated innovations that would influence subsequent generations. Artistic developments. The spread of Greek culture had a profound impact on art in the Hellenistic world. Artists began to incorporate local themes and styles into their works, creating a diverse range of artistic expressions. The Hellenistic style of sculpture, characterized by dramatic poses and emotional expressions, reflected this cultural exchange and became a defining feature of the period. Education and learning. The establishment of educational institutions, such as libraries and schools, further promoted the spread of Greek culture. The most famous of these was the Library of Alexandria, which became a center of learning and scholarship. It attracted scholars from various backgrounds, fostering an environment of intellectual exchange and cultural dialogue. The enduring legacy of Greek culture. Hellenistic influence on successor states. The influence of Greek culture persisted long after Alexander's death. The Hellenistic kingdoms established by his generals, known as the Diadochi, continued to promote Greek ideals, art, and philosophy. The spread of Hellenistic culture laid the foundation for subsequent empires, including the Roman Empire, which adopted and adapted many elements of Greek culture. Cultural identity. The blending of Greek and local cultures created new cultural identities that resonated throughout history. Regions once under Alexander's control developed unique cultural heritages that retained elements of Hellenistic influence. This legacy is evident in the continued appreciation for Greek art, philosophy, and science in various cultures across the Mediterranean and beyond. Impact on religion. The spread of Greek culture also influenced religious practices in the regions Alexander conquered. The syncretism between Greek and local religious beliefs led to the development of new religious movements and the integration of Greek philosophical thought into local spiritual practices. This cultural interplay enriched the religious landscape of the Hellenistic world. Long-term cultural exchange. The interactions initiated during Alexander's conquests set the stage for ongoing cultural exchanges between East and West. The trade routes established during this time facilitated the movement of people, ideas, and goods, contributing to the rich tapestry of cultural influences that would shape the course of history. Conclusion. A lasting impact on civilization. The spread of Greek culture in Alexander the Great's empire represents a monumental chapter in the history of cultural exchange. Through the establishment of cities, the promotion of the Greek language, and the integration of local customs, Alexander fostered a vibrant Hellenistic culture that enriched the societies within his empire. Integration of Greek institutions. As Alexander conquered new territories, he implemented Greek institutions that fostered Hellenistic culture. This included the establishment of gymnasiums, theaters, and temples modeled after those in Greece. These institutions became centers of social and cultural life, promoting the ideals of Greek philosophy, education, and civic engagement. Gymnasiums. These were crucial for promoting physical fitness and education in philosophy and rhetoric. They became social hubs for young men, reinforcing Greek ideals of education and citizenship. The establishment of gymnasiums throughout the Hellenistic world ensured that Greek culture was deeply embedded in the local populations. Theaters. The construction of theaters in newly founded cities allowed for the performance of Greek dramas, which not only entertained but also educated the populace in Greek traditions and values. These venues became important cultural institutions, fostering a shared cultural identity among diverse peoples. Promotion of Greek art and architecture. The spread of Greek culture also involved the diffusion of artistic styles and architectural practices. The Hellenistic period saw the development of distinctive artistic expressions that combined Greek techniques with local influences. Sculpture and painting. Greek artists were commissioned to create works that adorned public spaces, temples, and homes. The Hellenistic style, characterized by dramatic expressions, intricate details, and dynamic poses, became prominent, reflecting a blend of cultural influences. Local artists began to adopt these styles, leading to the emergence of new forms of artistic expression. Architecture. The architectural legacy of Alexander's conquests is evident in the construction of monumental structures that combined Greek and local styles. The use of columns, porticos, and open-air spaces became common in urban planning, symbolizing the blend of cultures in the Hellenistic cities. Literature and philosophy. The spread of Greek literature and philosophy was another key aspect of Hellenization. Greek texts, including works of philosophy, poetry, and history, were translated and disseminated throughout the empire. Prominent philosophers, such as the Stoics and Epicureans, influenced local thought, leading to the emergence of syncretic philosophical traditions. Libraries. The establishment of libraries, most notably the Library of Alexandria, became a cornerstone of Hellenistic scholarship. These institutions preserved Greek texts and facilitated the exchange of knowledge among scholars from diverse backgrounds. The library attracted thinkers from across the Mediterranean, fostering an environment of intellectual inquiry and innovation. Cultural figures. Hellenistic poets and philosophers, such as Callimachus and Aristarchus, played a crucial role in shaping the intellectual landscape of the time. Their works reflected the blending of Greek and Eastern ideas, demonstrating the richness of cultural exchange. The challenges of cultural integration. Resistance from local populations. While many regions embraced Greek culture, there were also instances of resistance. Some local populations viewed Hellenization as a threat to their traditional customs and identities. This resistance manifested in various forms, including uprisings and conflicts, as communities sought to preserve their cultural heritage, balancing Hellenistic and local identities. The challenge of integrating Greek culture into diverse societies required sensitivity and understanding. Alexander's policies often emphasized respect for local customs, but the process of Hellenization was complex and not always smooth. Finding a balance between promoting Greek ideals and respecting local traditions was essential for maintaining stability in the newly acquired territories. Political fragmentation. After Alexander's death, the fragmentation of his empire into various Hellenistic kingdoms complicated the process of cultural integration. The Diadochi, his successors, often had differing approaches to governance and cultural policies. Some embraced Hellenization more fully, while others sought to maintain local traditions, leading to a patchwork of cultural practices across the regions once united